Okay, folks, here we are with the Sky Farmers Aviation Car 64, Matt Honeywell. Now, Matt, not a bad run the other night. You'd be pretty happy with that, but different night tonight. Track, completely different. Boy, what's the setup going to be for this one?
Yeah, well, it's going to be interesting for a start to see how it settles down, really, but it's going to be a wee bit ruddy in places, so no, just same as normal, I suppose. Just try and get in a groove and settle down and see if we can pass cars.
Now, the thing, obviously, over the last month or so, we've heard about more sprint car drivers that are coming into the South Island realm of the racing and stuff like that. It must give you a good feeling knowing that you can front up to most tracks around the South Island now with a good field of sprint cars. Do you think that's sort of helping you with your success at the Climb Up the War of the Wings and all the other events, and of course the GP the other week as well?
Yeah, well, it's good for the sport to have the numbers in there. It's still, they're just cars to pass at the end of the day. So we've just got to be make sure we're on top of our game to be, all the more important to be passing them pretty much. But it's healthy to be good car numbers is good for everyone. Yeah, good for the crowd and everything. Okay,
I haven't seen you do a New Zealand title before. Now, with the success you've had this season, is that something that's going to be an option for you next season?
Yeah. That's definitely target. Yeah, so. No, well, we've done one here before and one at Cromwell, or a couple in Cromwell, or something like that. But next year I think it's back at Ruapuna, so we'll be trying pretty hard. Yeah.
Absolutely. That was my theory was you haven't been to the North Island to race a New Zealand title, and of course Bay Park the other week. But probably a good thing you didn't go up there with the track the way it was.
Yeah, well, that's right. It was just timing, really. Just the fact that GP was down in Cromwell on the 9th, and then the title was so close to it. It's just made everything too hard. So we gave it a miss this year, but next year we'll be fired up.
Absolutely. Good sponsors on the side of the car too. Matt, who are they?
Yeah, Plains Irrigators, Mifflin Trucking, Sky Farmers, Graham Cameron Contracting and R&R Spreading. They're all a big help, so it's good. Yeah.
Okay, folks, here we are, 2016 Gold Cup here at Ruapuna Speedway, and Matthew Levisage in the 7 car from Christchurch. Matt, we've spoken the other night about how good you're potentially becoming. Another night, bit of a different track out there though. What do you got that's going to try and get this car around the circuit pretty quickly tonight?
Yes, it looks like it's going to be a fairly racy track up top. So obviously it's going to be hard to run with guys like Duff, Larson, and McDonald up there. But we'll try our best. It's another opportunity to learn something. Obviously we haven't had too many tracks this year where we've had to run a top, but we'll see what it's got, and we'll keep chugging away and see where we are at the end.
Okay, you've come from another class, obviously. Setups and stuff like that, are they completely different to the sprint car?
Yeah, completely different. You sort of got to throw your TQ setups out of the way and start learning all the new stuff. So, Dad's had quite a lot of experience working on sprint cars with my uncle Kevin Clive. So, he's going really good with them, and it's making it a lot easier for me.
Okay, game plan for yourself in the head. How's it feeling? Are you all geared up, ready for this event?
I'm feeling pumped. I'm really looking forward to it. Just want to get more seat time in the car, and obviously turn some laps and have fun. And the track's going to offer something different, and that's what I like about Speedway. You don't get the same track every time you go out there.
Okay, car looks $1 million. Good sponsors. Who are they?
Ryco 24/7, R&B Cartage, Royce Clive Engineering, Trucks New Zealand, Megan Turbo, Redline Oil, the Diff Shop. And just a whole lot of companies that have really helped us out to get us on the track this season.
Okay, folks, here we are at Ruapuna Speedway for the Gold Cup for the 2016 season. And of course, this man's the defending champion, Jamie McDonald from the 71 car from Auckland. Jamie, mate, you'll be coming down hoping to take this trophy back home again.
Yeah, we'd certainly like to leave it in the trailer. We love it here, we want to race, and we've just come off a busy schedule over Christmas and just wanted to keep it going. So hopefully the weather looks after us and that track doesn't run up too bad, because with all the rain they had.
We had a talk the other night about having a bit of an up and down season. You've had some great wins, you've had some bad ones, but you've come down here once again. Not a great night the other night. A bit of a sore arm. Tell us what happened there. Yeah,
well, it was just one of those racing things. I went to go under a car, and Jamie Larson was trying to pull a slider at the same time, and we just come together, and it was just one of those deals. And the nerve bar broke and come and give me a whack on the arm. So it wasn't the best.
So you won't be 100% tonight. A bit tender, I'd imagine.
Oh, I played 15 years of pretty hard footy, so it's going to take more than a bruise to slow us up.
Okay, so like you said, the track out there, so they're going to go one way or the other. What are you doing for a setup first up?
I think we've got the car as free as we can possibly get it. It's just wet all the way through, so I think it's going to roll up into some pretty big bumps. So we just got to nut up and try and get it done.
Absolutely. Good sponsors on the car too, Jamie. Obviously these guys help you get around the countryside. Tell us who looks after you.
Oh, mate, we're on our third car for the year, so they've been excellent. Hitachi, J.A. Russell, Dynamics, KBL Earth Movers, Canon Signage and Bays Painters. They did a lot of work, obviously, painting and sign writing and some well-needed funds to get back to the track after that third wreck.
Okay, folks, here we are. One of the track commentators here at Ruapuna Speedway. It is Nathan Clive. Now, Nathan, we had a good night the other night for the Salute to Goody. We're now here for the Gold Cup, and of course, track conditions are going to be a bit different. For the people that are tuned in tonight, what can they expect to see here at Ruapuna Speedway for the Gold Cup?
Tonight we'll see a bit of a tacky track. We've had a bit of rain fall in the last couple of days, and it's been raining off and on this morning and the lead up to this afternoon, and we've had a lot of help this afternoon to get the track looking fantastic. Pack it all down, so that means that it'll be a real drivey track. You'll start to see guys pulling massive wheel stands down the front straight. Some clean, fast racing, 2 to 3 wide, as we'll start to see later on tonight, and it's going to be a fantastic feature for the Gold Cup.
Well, hello, good evening and welcome to Stadium Finance Ruapuna Speedway. Tonight's the night, the Racecourse Hotel Motor Lodge Sprint Car Gold Cup. And if the old saying that fortune favours the brave is true, then the hard-working team here at Ruapuna will indeed be rewarded. They raised an index finger to Mother Nature and said, we're going racing. Yeah, it's a bit cool and crisp, but let's get the show on the road, folks. I'm AJ, great to have my co-host Warwick Corstanier, who'll bring us all the action down on the infield. Nathan Clive, who'll be out and about. And we're going to keep you entertained and informed throughout the night. Let's get things going with grid positions for heat number 1. And it's a big good evening to Nathan Clive.
Yeah, very good evening to you, AJ. The Racecourse Hotel Sprint Car Gold Cup for 2016 edition. This is the first one of the night for the sprint cars. And it is Group 1 versus Group 2, heat number 1. We'll run you through the grids of grid number 1, the 44 from Christchurch, Alan Chapman. On his outside will be 95 from Christchurch of Ray Vaughan. Then we go back to the 3-time Salute to Goody winner, and that is the 44 from Cromwell. From Tiana, Daniel Anderson. Grid number 4 will be the 9 car of Nathan Astle from Christchurch. 73, Sean Ashton will go from grid 5. 91T from Cromwell, Andy Erskine will go from grid 6. The 3NZ of Jamie Larson from grid 7. 71 from Auckland, Jamie McDonald off grid 8. 54C, Brent Gordian will go from grid 9. 15C, Steve Duff Jr. will go from grid 10. 92C will be Caleb Brooks from Christchurch. Ben Gilmore in the 83 car from Christchurch will go from grid 12. Grid 13 from Cromwell, it is Jason Scott. And rounding out the 14 car field is the 7 car of Matthew Levisage.
Great to see so many of you along here tonight. It is the Thunder and Lightning Brigade, the 14th annual Sprint Car Gold Cup. And this is heat number 1, brought to us by Allied Petroleum. The front row, Alan Chapman on the inside. On the outside, it's Ray Vaughan. Let's turn him loose. And it's Ray Vaughan that's going to lead the field down through turn number 1. Let's see where Daniel Anderson is. He started off the second row there. Lightning fast Anderson was the other night and taking out the Salute to Goody. A little bit back through the field. The guys will just pace themselves nicely. Bit of smoke coming out of the Nathan Astle car. Astle sitting there in 3rd position right now. Our race leader, it is Ray Vaughan. Daniel Anderson in 2nd spot. 3rd is Alan Chapman. 4th Astle. 5th is Jamie Larson running the high part of the racetrack. He's just had Sean Ashton in the A1 Auto Rika 73 car slide down underneath him. The pace is a scorcher. It's still Daniel Anderson leading the way now. Vaughan in 2nd. We've got the 54 car of Brent Gordian retiring to the infield. Alan Chapman stringing in some good laps there in 3rd spot right now. 4th is Astle. 5th is the 73 of Larson. Astle just gets a little sideways on. Yeah, Gordian has retired from the race, so we're 1 down. Still 13 cars circulating this heat 1 of the Racecourse Hotel Motor Lodge Sprint Car Gold Cup. And the Ranch Bar and Grill, car number 44 from Tiana, right down the bottom of the South Island. Big wheelie from Anderson down the back straight. That's not going to be a rarity tonight from the big sprint cars. A few of the boys just struggling a little. The racetrack just starting to shift up a little. Steve Duff Jr. back there in about 7th position right now. Just struggling a little with his setup. Andy Erskine tucked in behind him, and Jamie McDonald. He hasn't made too much headway as J-Mac. No doubt about our race lead. Oh, we've got a big snafu down the far end with Erskine. They've all come out of it, but there was a little bit of nodding up. Big drive there by Matt Levisage in the 7 car, right up by the concrete wall past the pit gates. But Daniel Anderson running away and hiding from them. Vision could be a little bit of an issue. Oh, now they're running over it. There's Levisage. Just up and over, ran over another car from the inside part of the racetrack, slewed across the front of the traffic, and Matt Levisage gets his first bit of airtime in a sprint car. Oh, Speedway New Zealand have said we'll send them away. Anderson, he's certainly getting some drive out there. Ashton just locked in a good battle there further back with Steve Duff Jr. So it's Daniel Anderson leading the way. Jamie Larson setting himself up and moves up into 2nd position. 3rd is Ray Bourne. 4th, the 44 of Alan Chapman. 5th, Nathan Astle. 6th is Sean Ashton. The pace is a scorcher. Our race leader, Daniel Anderson, leading the charge. 3 laps to go next time around for Anderson. The field certainly strung out. Vision could be becoming a bit of an issue for them. They pack tear-offs onto the visor of their helmet. You see Ray Bourne just getting a little bit knotted up on the heavy part of the racetrack down there in the Stadium Cars Prison Bend. I'm picking that the cush will build up very, very quickly as the night goes on. So white flag will come out next time round. It's Daniel Anderson leading the way. Jamie Larson starting to close in very quickly onto the tail of Anderson. He's going to run out of time, I would suggest. Just one more lap to go. Heat number 1, the Racecourse Hotel Motor Lodge Sprint Car Gold Cup. And we can put this one in the books. Our race winner will be the 44 car, Daniel Anderson. 2nd to 3 of Jamie Larson. 3rd, 95, Ray Bourne. Then we go back to the 44C, a great drive by Alan Chapman. 9C, Nathan Astle was behind him. The 73 of Sean Ashton. 15, Steve Duff Jr. 71, Jamie McDonald. 83, Ben Gilmore. 88T, Jason Scott. Rounding out the field was car number 92, and that is Caleb Brooks.
Okay, folks, here we are with the heat winner, heat number 1 winner, of course, Daniel Anderson, 44T car. Good couple of wheel stands, track, pretty tacky out there. You having some fun?
Very tacky, lots of fun, making the most of it.
Absolutely. I see though lap record, sorry, not quite lap record, but a very fast lap for a couple there. Car must be hooking up just beautifully, is it?
Yeah, it is, and obviously we don't want to push too hard. Obviously there's a hell of a cush and a lot of rough dirt out there, so trying to keep it on the lines.
Front start that one, back start coming up. What's the plan?
Pass lots of cars.
All right, best of luck for the rest of the meeting.
Thank you very much.
Right, grid positions for heat number 2, starting from grid number 1, the 12T car of Sam O'Callaghan. Starting from grid number 2, 88T, he is the captain, the South Island Sprint Car champion Jason Scott. Grid 3, the Flash, 75N, Chris Gerard. And starting out of grid number 4, the 92 car of Caleb Brooks. Grid 5, the Flying Farmer, and car number 64, Matt Honeywell. And grid number 6, it's car 54, Brent Gordian. Grid 7, 19A, former New Zealand Sprint Car champion Jamie Duff. And from grid number 8, the current 3NZ, Jamie Larson from the Kapiti Coast. Grid number 9 from Invercargill, the 4i car of Kyle Shearing. And from grid number 10, car number 73, Sean Ashton. Starting out of position number 11, car number 21 from Invercargill, Scotty Gordon. And from grid number 12, the winner of heat number 1 in the 44T car, that is Daniel Anderson. Commencing his efforts out of grid number 13, the 89 car of Jason Smith. And from grid 14, the 44C car of Alan Chapman. Rounding out the field is car number 6, Luke Wetherall. Here we go. Heat number 2 of the Gold Cup. Let's turn him loose. And it's Jason Scott making a big run round the top. A little bit of contact with his nephew Sam O'Callaghan, but Scotty's got the kite string out, leading them down the back straightaway. Sam O'Callaghan getting all up and close and personal with his uncle, comes unknotted, drifted right back through the field. The Flash, Chris Gerard, car number 75, currently sitting in second position. Then we go back to the veteran, car number 54, Brent Gordian. Behind him it's 3. Jamie Larson. Boy, he's racking up the points tonight. 64, Matt Honeywell, currently running in 5th. And behind him, it's Jamie Duff, car number 19. Oh, Anderson's round. Pulls a big wheelie, stalls it. We're going to go yellow. Kept his foot in the bucket, tried to keep it going.
That was impressive, that wheel stand.
Well, he turned it on a dime.
Yeah, so I see Sam O'Callaghan did the same and got himself out of trouble and back onto the circuit. We lost a lap earlier. AJ Caleb Brooks has obviously struck a problem, was not happy, and he pulled in as well.
Let's get going away again. So Jason Scott with Chris Gerard breathing down his neck. Jamie Larson hooks a little bit of drive coming out of the CJ Phillips Construction Town Bend, muscles his way up. He's into 3rd position right now. All eyes on car number 19, Jamie Duff. Starting to get some momentum up there on the top part of the racetrack. We've gone yellow again. We've got the 44 car of Daniel Anderson. Struck some issues this time at the other end of the track.
Yes, Anderson joined, causing that stoppage. The tail of the field put about 3/4 of a lap in it, a little bit of pace, and then is ground to a halt. So he obviously has an issue. He couldn't seem to get it down off the circuit.
Let's try to get some more laps under the belt. 2 in the books, 10 to go. Duff just starting to look for something on the top part of the racetrack. Boy, you can sense that that's where he wants to be. Winding up the rubber band is Jamie Duff. Moves up into 5th position right now. Our race leader, it's still Jason Scott. Behind him, wheelie from Gerard as they go down the back straightaway. Larson in 3rd, Honeywell in 4th, and 5th it's Duff. 6th place held down right now by the 73 of Shaw National. Oh, Gerard makes a mess of it down there in the town bend. He's drifted back to 3rd. And Jamie Larson is on the prowl. Our race leader, Jason Scott, he will feel the fire in the belly of the driver of the Cavity cars, number 3, Jamie Larson. The lap's starting to count down quickly. The big boys are in the 13-second bracket. Jason Scott currently holding close on 1 second advantage over Larson, but you sense that is going to be chewed up very, very quickly. Indeed it has. Larson's taken out half a second of time as Luke Wetherall just gets himself into a little bit of strife there, exiting the town bend. Larson hot on the tail of him, and Gerard starting to close the gap on Larson. Put Luke Wetherall down a lap. So the race order, it's Jason Scott. Behind him still, we have the 3 car of Jamie Larson, the 75 of Gerard, Honeywell in 64, and in 5th position it's car number 19, our former New Zealand sprint car champion, Jamie Duff. He rockets up into 4th position. Just getting into the lap traffic now. Jason Scott closing onto the tail of Jason Smith in the 89 car. Scotty Gordon in front of Smith. They're having a real ding-dong battle there. And still 2 more laps to go. Larson just inching closer and closer to the tail of the 88 machine. You sense something is going to happen in this last lap. They're right on the tail of Scotty Gordon. Gordon will keep it nice and straight. Scott's going to have a look down the inside. No, he just balked ever so slightly, and they're wheel to wheel going into the prison bend. Jason Scott just found something there, got the slingshot, the dash for the line. Jason Scott, car number 88, takes the win. Second is Jamie Larson, third 75 Chris Gerard, fourth is the 19, the Megan Turbo car of Jamie Duff, and fifth is 64 Honeywell, seventh 73 Sean Ashton, who cooks his Kuma at the end of the race. In 8th spot, we will have Brent Gordian, 9th Kyle Shearing, Alan Chapman getting across the line after him. Well, lap traffic, sometimes it makes, sometimes it breaks. It depends whose seat you were sitting in that one. You sense that Jamie Larson was just starting to make his move. Jason Scott at first perhaps took the wrong option, but then he chose wisely. Our race winner, heat number 2 of the Racecourse Motor Hotel Sprint Car Gold Cup. He is the captain, Jason Scott, the current South Island Sprint Car champion.
Okay, folks, here we are, Ruapuna Speedway. It is the Gold Cup second heat winner, Jason Scott. Jason, looks like it's pretty hard work out there.
Yeah, no, pretty hard work, right? She's heaps of drive, but a couple of slippery spots, and you know, a few cars go up top. There'll be a bloody good track later, but you know, got to get some up there first.
Okay, I see you sort of broke away from the field a wee bit. Yellow come out, 3NZ was right up your bits and pieces. So in the end though, it was pretty close, but you had the goods to get across the line in first spot.
Yeah, I thought he'd be sniffing a bit earlier, but I did get a good break, and then I knew he'd be coming, so 2 laps to go. I could handle him for 2 laps, another couple I'd have probably got puffed.
Okay, so tell us, car setup, it's all performing pretty well. Make a few changes for the next race, will you?
Probably not too much in changes. We found our problem that we've been having, and it was just a shock. The shock was buggered, and we'll probably leave the setup to the same. We'll see if we're in the pole shuffle or not, and go from there.
Okay, sponsor look after you, Jace.
Oh, and the edge today.
Good as gold. Best of luck for the rest of the racing.
Yeah, cheers for that.
Right, the grid positions for heat number 3. This is the Cruiser Caravans heat for the Sprint Car Gold Cup. Of course, Cruiser, importers of quality UK new and near new caravans. For your home away from home, see Dick Gray at 22 Opawa Road, agents for Swift Caravans. Starting from grid number 1 will be car number 7, Matthew Levisage. From grid 2, the 89 car of Jason Smith. Grid 3 is 83 Ben Gilmore, and from grid number 4 the 21 car from Invercargill Scotty Gordon. Grid 5, 15 Steve Duff Jr, and grid 6 car number 4 from Invercargill is Kyle Shearing. Grid number 7 is 71A Jamie McDonald. Took a big whack in the arm the other night, so we hope he's okay. And from grid number 8 the 19 car of Jamie Duff. Grid number 9 is 91. It's Andy Erskine. And from grid number 10, the 64 machine, the Flying Farmer, Matt Honeywell. Out of grid number 11, oh, he's going to have to hit this one hard for the boundary. It's the 9 car of Nathan Astle. And outside of him, the Flash. From grid 12, the 75 car of Chris Gerard. Rounding out the field, from grid 13, 95, the Avon Insurance Brokers machine, that is Racing Ray Bourne. From grid 14, the 12T car of Sam O'Callaghan. And starting right from the back row all by himself, it's our rookie in car number 6, Luke Wetherell. Heat number 3, the Sprint Car Gold Cup, will run over 12 laps. Let's turn them loose, and we've gone green. They get themselves all sorted out. Jamie Duff makes a big run around the top. He's up into 3rd position. Already started off grid number 8. He's found something up high and wide from him. Oh, we've got Scotty Gordon just gets a bit knotted up on the couch. The car stood down on the right front of the corner. Gilmore's got his nose in front, so it's Ben Gilmore in the Silver Bullet, the Diff Shop car leading the way. But boy, you got to say momentum is with Duff. The smoke coming off the tyre of the Avon Insurance CJ Phillips 83. It's Ben Gilmore leading the way. Here comes Jamie Duff. Boy, he is on a mission, making a run around the top. Let's see if he's got momentum with him. May the force be with you. He's got it. Jamie Duff gets his nose in front, and he's going to persist with that high line. Gilway tags the wall, left the door wide open for Gilmore. Gilmore just couldn't straighten the car up quick enough, and Gilmore's in fact drifted back to that 3rd position. So it's Jamie Duff leading the way. Jason Smith there in 2nd position. Then we go back to Ben Gilmore. Steve Duff Jr. sees a little bit of a gap down low. Couldn't pinch the car up. Wheelie from Duff down the back straight. So it is still our race leader, Jamie Duff leading with 89 Jason Smith. The high line is the right line for Duff. Again, he just gets right up close to that fence, exiting the town bend. Steve Duff Jr. sitting there in third. Gilmore in fourth. Kyle Shearing running the wheels off the pink car into that fifth position right now. And then behind him we've got the flying farmer, Matt Honeywell. Oh, Jason Smith makes a big charge up the inside. It's gloves off. We've got a dockyard brawl at the front. Our race leader, it's Jamie Duff. Smith's just drifted back a little. Wetterall's having a few moments in the 6 car. We're down in the very low 14-second bracket. Jason Smith hasn't thrown in the towel just yet. He's starting to close the gap on Duff. Oh, it's a scorcher. Heat number 3 of the Sprint Car Gold Cup. And again, lap traffic is going to make or break this one. Duff running the high line. This will just about be the best race he's had all season long. It's been a nightmare for them, but he's redeeming himself. We've got a couple that have come unstuck down the back straight. Astle one, Sam O'Callaghan the other. O'Callaghan retires to the infield. So it's Jamie Duff, the king of the kids here at Ruapuna. About to put Nathan Astle a lap down. Boy, Jason Smith's been up on the wheel the whole journey. White flag will be out next time around. Poetry in methanol-powered motion for Jamie Duff. Again, Jason Smith just trying so hard to close that gap up. Duff's got this one in the bag, you've got to say. So it's Jamie Duff. Jason Smith in second. Third is Steve Duff Jr. Great run tonight for Duff Motorsport. Fourth place is Kyle Shearing. Checkered flag time. It's the Duff man. Takes out the win. Jason Smith in second. Third will be Steve Duff Jr. Fourth, the 4 of Shearing. Fifth, Honeywell. Sixth is Jamie McDonald. Then we go back to the 83 of Gilmore, Erskine, Gerard and Bourne. Well, I don't know. Is there a better sight in motorsport than watching a sprint car driver on the ragged edge, right up high, with his foot hard down? Put your hands together, Ruapuna. That was worth the price of admission. Jamie Duff. And his team will be absolutely ecstatic. Warwick, his smile will be wider than the roll cage on that one because they have had a pig of a season.
They certainly have. Jamie's getting out of the car, so he's quite wrapped with that.
Okay, folks, here we go. Winner of heat number 3 here at the Gold Cup was Jamie Duff. Now, Jamie, we've seen you race twice tonight. The first race, you come up through, passed a lot of cars, stuff like that. Got on the pace, knew what the track was going to do. This race, they come out and win it, must be happy.
Yeah, we're stoked with the day. It was a pretty wild ride, though.
Yeah, a lot of people sort of in the crowd are going, holy hell. So, obviously, what were you doing to hang on?
I was just praying. Hammer down and pray.
So track out there though, what's it like really? I mean, we've got above the sky, it's obviously not that fantastic, but down low?
Down low, it's gone slick to a curb. It's a pretty tough one to set up for. You either got to run in the heavy stuff or putt around the bottom.
Absolutely. Well, that was a good win for you, mate. Best of luck for the next couple of races coming up.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
It's mag wheel sale time at Mag and Turbo. We've got 14-inch mags for $99, 15-inch mags $129 and 17-inch mags from $169. Finance is available, but only from Mag and Turbo.
Want a great night out for all the family? Want great value? Need excitement? Need action, thrills, speed and spills? Then you need to be at your local Speedway's next race meeting. It's got it all! Speedway, the entertainment sport.
At Hamner Holiday Homes, they pride themselves on offering accommodation solutions to suit almost any budget. Only a short 95 minutes from Christchurch, tucked away beneath the mountains, is Hamner Springs, a nature's wonderland. Whether you're looking for a home the whole family can enjoy, have a barbecue and let the children play free, or a quiet hideaway for two in a peaceful retreat, from the larger house to the small, Hamner Holiday Homes offer it all. HamnerHolidayHomes.com. Book now.
Hi, I'm Scott Williamson and welcome to X Factor Cars. Family owned and operated from 2 locations, Invercargill and Cromwell. specialising in everything V8 with Holden Ford, HSV, FPV, and with Southland's biggest selection of American muscle, we've got most bases covered. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Get the X Factor.
Complete Tyre and Auto, remember them, they are at 464 Ferry Road in Christchurch. They do the $35 warrants, they've got the full workshop repairs, new and used tyres, plus those outstanding $150 jacks, and boy, they've got $200 written over them, those jacks, any day of the week. What have we got here? It's on the inside, it is Chris Gerard. On the outside, it is Jason Scott. And how this works is they'll do 2 laps, and whoever loses will start from grid number 6 in the Gold Cup final. Whoever wins will progress to possibly go right through. So here we go green. It's Gerard on the inside with the wheelie. Scott on the outside, of course, Jason Scott, the big man behind Edge Parts and Performance. He's got the Triple X chassis, really churning out the big numbers. Chris Gerard, former rally car driver from Nelson. They call him the Flash, because boy, he gets into it. You see that car starting to pop the right front up. She's getting some drive out there. So it will be Jason Scott who moves on. And for Gerard, well, he's going to start from grid number 6 in the final. Next cab off the rank, he is the driver of car number 15. It is the Concut Duff Motorsport Triple X of Steve Duff Jr., winner of the War of the Wings feature here at the season opener. Jason Scott takes the inside running. A lot of cat and mouse with the pole shuffle. Scott knows just how important it can be, because he can potentially go through and start off the very front of the field. So they'll have a nice sedate pace. They'll hit the chalk line together, which they do. It's Duff on the outside, Scott on the inside, and Scotty's cooked the Coomera. Loops a loop. Duff does have to complete the 2-lap journey. He's not afraid of putting his foot into it, this boy. Had a bit of a run around the North Island there in December. By his own admission, she was a harsh learning curve. But he has got potential by the truckload. So Steve Duff Jr., car number 15, will now face the Flying Farmer from Methven, the Sky Farmers Aviation Machine. It is Matt Honeywell, certainly the pride of the Mid-Canterbury area. Honeywell currently leading the points in the $60,000 Hydrolink Sprint Car War of the Wings. We've got another round of that here on March the 5th. If you haven't seen a War of the Wings round, you gotta come and see it. It is the best domestic sprint car series in New Zealand, absolutely, bar none. So again, the key is the 2 drivers must hit that faraway chalk line pretty much together. You break formation, you'll be sitting on the infield. So they're looking good, they do, and Duff just moves up the racetrack a little. But what he does by doing that, he left the door slightly open for Honeywell. It's Duff leading the charge down the back straight into the prison bend. Oh, he hits a caution, drifts out wide. Has Honeywell got enough to move himself under? No. Oh, Duff's never going to take his foot out of it, that's one thing for sure. So it's Steve Duff Jr., what a battle! Into the prison bend they sweep. It's Duff on the outside. They both just clobber the cush. Honeywell has a look around the top. Nothing going to stick for him. So Duff, the big mover. Here we go. I bet there was a few fights in the backyard through the years between these two. Jamie Duff, car number 19, the former New Zealand sprint car champion.
Jamie says he always enjoys having a duke out with Steve. It's good to see them both racing side by side in the pole shuffle.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I wonder who the old man's, what the old man's doing. He'll be standing there with his hands over his eyes, I would imagine. Duff Motorsport. Here we go. On the inside, it's 15, Steve Jr. On the outside, it's Jamie. What do you reckon, folks? Can Steve keep up this big march through the field? Oh, hang on. What's going on here?
Oh, okay. That's
okay. Well, there's obviously something that's eluded our attention. One can only imagine it's the Canaries in the yellow uniforms.
Sounds like, from what I've just picked up down here, he was deemed to have jumped the start.
Boy, there must have been a coat of paint in that.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Come on. Anyway, the Flying Farmer. Yeah, no love lost between these two. Let's see if Duffy can do something to redeem the family tree. He's got the pace on. Oh, Honeywell pinches him up against the wall. Jamie Duff winding it open. Honeywell just running high and wide. Boy, that's a game not for the faint-hearted. Into the prison bench, so Honeywell, yeah, the officials have maybe done him a big favour here. And Jamie Duff, not for the lack of trying, you've got to say. Honeywell making that card extraordinarily wide. They all have the same track width. And we now move on. This for the pole position in the 14th Sprint Car Gold Cup presented by Racecourse Hotel Motor Lodge.
I don't think Jamie realises that Matt's right there with him.
Well, he'll be wanting to get a little bit of heat in the tyres. Got to be fair about that. One of the big advantages that someone's been on the track in a pole shuffle, he's got some heat in his tyres. Jamie Larson, he's only a young fella. He knows every trick in the book. So it's Honeywell on the inside. Honeywell from Methven. On the outside from Parapararumu is the 3-car of Jamie Larson. Boy, this, let's see how this one unfolds. Yeah, it didn't look too bad when they crossed that far away line. Larson on the outside, Honeywell on the inside. To be fair, they're both going to start off the front. It'll get down to who wants to start on the outside, who wants to start on the inside. White flag, one more lap to go. Jamie Larson's going to take the checkered flag. Don't know that there was a whole bunch of difference in that start and the one about 2 ago, but there you go. We'll wait and see what transpires out of that one. Qualifiers 1 and 2 for the Racecourse Hotel Motor Lodge Sprint Car Gold Cup. Jamie Larson, car number 3, and the 64 of Matt Honeywell. Well, here we go, the lineup for the 14th annual Sprint Car Gold Cup. Previous winners, it is like a who's who of sprint car racing from the USA. PJ Chesson won the very first one. Phil Game from Auckland, Alan Wakeling, Colin Entwistle, the Aussie, Trevor Green, Ricky Logan, Bill Rose. Waco grabbed another one in 2010. Entwistle was a second-time winner in 2011. Jamie Duff, 2 on the trot, 2012-13. Jamie Larson, 14, 2015. Jamie McDonald, whose name is going to go on there tonight. Beautiful big trophy to be claimed. And the grid positions for tonight's Sprint Car Gold Cup brought to us by the Racecourse Hotel Motor Lodge. Nathan.
Here we go, off grid number 1, the 3NZ of Jamie Larson. Off grid number 2 on the outside will be the Flying Farmer, Matt Honeywell in the 64 car. Grid 3 going to 19, Jamie Duff. On his outside, it's an all Duff for second row with the 15 of Steve Duff Jr. Grid 5 will see the 88 of Jason Scott from Cromwell. Grid 6 to 75 in Chris the Flash Gerard. Grid number 7 sees the 4i car from Invercargill. the Dig-It Earth Moving of Kyle Shearing. Grid number 8 will be the 73 car of Sean Ashton from Christchurch. Grid 9, a good showing for the 89 car of Jason Smith. Grid 10 sees Ray Bourne, the 95 car. Grid 11, the 44 from Christchurch, Alan Chapman. Grid 12, from Auckland, the 71 car of Jamie McDonald. Bit of work to do for the defending Gold Cup champion. Grid 13, the Salute to Goody winner, 44 from Cromwell Tiana's Daniel Anderson. Grid 14, we'll see the 83 car from Christchurch, Ben Gilmore. The 91 from Cromwell will see Andy Erskine. And the 9 car of Nathan Astle will be from grid number 16. They are your 16 starters for the 14th edition of the Sprint Car Gold Cup.
Down the back straightaway, the drivers can see you. Radio Prison Bend, your turn. The Lords of the Clay Ring have turned it on tonight with the Racecourse Hotel Motor Lodge Sprint Car Gold Cup. This is the original Gold Cup race in New Zealand Speedway. A lot of history behind it. A big, big Gold Cup goes to the winner. And are you ready for this? And we'll go racing! It's Larson on the outside. We watch to see that they all get through the first corner in one, but they sure do. Larson opens up the lungs down the back straight. Jamie Duff again going way up high and wide. He's one of the few that's going to give that a lash. In second position, it's Honeywell. Steve Duff Jr. He's going to loop it in front of the field. He's been clobbered by 4 or 5. And there was Ashton. And there was Kyle Shearing.
Well, we got one in the books.
Is McDonald in there too?
Yeah, McDonald in there.
Oh boy, those two are like a magnet to each other.
Ray Bourne as well, on the outside of Jamie McDonald.
Right, we've got the all clear. It is game on. 1 in the books, 24 still to go. The Racecourse Hotel Motor Lodge Sprint Car Gold Cup. Let's get wild. Let's send them away. It's gone green. Picking up where he left off, it's Larson. There's Duff. Goes way up high and wide. Honeywell seemed to know what move was headed his way. Duff tried to trick him in on that one, and now Duff's got the inside running. Jamie Duff moves up into second. It's Sir Jamie's. Larson and Duff leading the way. Matt Honeywell in second. Jason Scott, he sits there in fourth. In fifth, it's a flash. Chris Gerard, he has got Jamie McDonald breathing down his neck. J-Mac in the Hitachi car. Got the car set up to perfection to run the bottom line. That's how he won the last one as well. But Larson, oh, Gerard's jumped the cush again. It's perilous down there. We've got a couple of them. They won't do that again. One of them was Ashton. Oh, he's got the short back and sides from everyone that's gone by. Field continues.
Well, Ashton,
Jamie Larson leads the charge. That lead is blown out to 3 seconds. The 73 car of Ashton retires to the infield. The gloves are off for second and third between Jamie Duff and Matt Honeywell. A good old brawl going on there for fourth and fifth between Jason Scott and the 71 car, the former New Zealand champion of Jamie McDonald. No doubt about our race leader. It's Larson. Oh, he's jumped the cush down in the prison bend as well. Some of them, they are very much treading on thin ice. Heavy overnight and heavy rain during the day. Oh, we've got two together. They've managed to untangle themselves down the far end. One was Erskine. Into the lap traffic. It's Jamie Larson. That lead just been knocked back a little to 2.6 seconds. Larson in the Mac build entry. The current 3NZ. He leads the Gold Cup. Won it in 2013-14 season. And he knows that the lap traffic and the perilous corners that we've got here tonight with that big cushion are going to bite anyone anytime soon. Jamie Duff, boy, he's really got the kite string out. He goes up high, cuts down low under Alan Chapman. He's on the prowl. So it's Larson leading the way. 15 laps to go. The pace is a scorcher. They're in the 13-second bracket. Amazing for such a heavy racetrack after all that rain. Let's see what the...
Big wheelie from Duff. He's lost a couple of positions.
So Larson and Duffy's just gone back through the field somewhat. So it's Jamie Larson, Jamie McDonald. McDonald still, that car just set up perfectly to run the bottom line. It's on rails. Duffy drifted back to third, Honeywell in fourth, Jason Scott in fifth. Some of these boys will be praying for a yellow, you'd have to think. The pace is a scorcher, and McDonald, he's now moved right into that second spot there with no lap traffic between him and Larson. He's closing the gap, just a little bit of a push on partway through the prison bend. Duffy's knotted up in that lap traffic somewhat, just starting to get a little agitated, one would sense. Here's McDonald hunting them through the traffic. Larson leading the way, McDonald in second. Duff has managed to get himself back up on that high line. They're going toe-to-toe down the back straight. Nathan Astle, he's the next bit of lap traffic that Larson and McDonald are contend to. The gap, it's closing ever so quickly. 0.17 of a second. McDonald, he's going to make his move very shortly. Honeywell's around. Jason Scott got caught up in that as well. That'll bring out the yellow.
That's the yellow some were hoping for.
You bet some of them would be hoping for it. And one of them would be Jamie Duff. Just got himself a little bit knotted up, but it very quickly resumed that role as the man that's going to run right up the top part of the racetrack. A stunning battle going on at the front between Jamie Larson and Jamie McDonald. Well, here we go. It's going to be a red hot pace here. 9 to go. Will it be Larson? Will it be McDonald? Will it be Duff? Will someone else come through the traffic? We're back on the hammer. And again, they go toe-to-toe down the back straight. What a battle we've got going on between Jamie Larson and Jamie McDonald. That car of McDonald's just set up absolutely to perfection to run the bottom part of the racetrack. And he did it last year. That's how he won the Gold Cup. Larson has got his hands full with this battle. The distance between the two of them, about 4 car lengths at this stage between Larson and McDonald. Honeywell starting to come into contention. He's just jumped the course just as he's making a challenge onto the tail of the 19 car of Duff. But Duff's stuck in traffic. In the meantime, the other two, Jamies, as in Larson and McDonald, they're running away and hiding from them. The gap between Larson and McDonald, it blew out to close on a second before. Now it's just grown slightly more, but gee, you got to go back another 4 seconds till you find Jamie Duff. He's got by the 91 of Erskine. Laps are starting to run out for the Duff man. Ray Bourne, he jumps because he's having a few problems. He's running in 7th position right now. In 4th, it's Honeywell. 5th, it's Gerard. 6th is Jason Smith. No doubt about our two leaders, because they are both leading this race in an odd way. Though you've got to say that Larson maybe has got a bit of traffic between them. We've got one round.
Honeywell spun down there in the Stadium Cars Prison Bend.
Oh, the white, the yellow comes out. And how's Duff going for lap traffic? That is a key one for us to find out. Looks like he's...
1 or 2, maybe?
Yeah, maybe only Ray Bourne.
One, I think, boys. I think it's just Ray Bourne that he's in behind.
Erskine's got a damaged front wing on the 91 car. Hopefully he can circulate round for the last few laps.
Larson keeps making those breaks, but it just looks as though once they're into traffic, that's when the game starts turning towards McDonald. Now here we go, the green flag is poised. 4 laps to go in the Gold Cup. Away they go. Duff's got to get around the 83 of Gilmore to have any sort of chance, but Gilmore's showing some real pace. It's still Larson and McDonald, less than a car length between them as they came out of the prison bend. It just seems to open up just slightly going into the town bend. It's Larson leading the charge. He goes out wide. McDonald just squeezing the car down a little. Ben Gilmore, he's the lap traffic. Duff sees the way through. It may just be a couple of laps too late. White flag coming out this time round. The Sprint Car Gold Cup is going to be Larson's at this rate. So it's Jamie Larson, just one more lap to go. McDonald in second, Duff in third. 4th place is Gerard. Checkered flag time, put your hands together. It's a Jamie show. Larson takes the win, McDonald second, and third will be Jamie Duff. 4th is Chris Gerard. 5th, Jason Smith. Oh, she was a beauty, as the Gold Cup traditionally is. It was worth the effort from the track crew. The drivers have put on a big show tonight, and for you race fans, they have delivered a ripper of a show.
Okay, folks, here we go. 3rd place for this the Gold Cup. Jamie, mate, you tried everything. You tried everything you possibly could. Couple of scary moments there. Talk us through it.
Yeah, just running the top to start with. Worked for a little while until everyone started throwing marbles and stuff up there. It got too rough for me. So a massive wheel stand. I thought I just about blew the front shocks out of the car, and I thought I'd just get it home safe. It's
one of those tricky tracks here. A lot of drive and stuff, but very difficult to drive on.
Yeah, that curb got real nasty towards the end of the race. If you hit it too hard, you could have eaten the fence very easily.
Oh, but still, though, I mean, you must be pretty stoked with the result overall. I mean, you've already said it a couple of times this week that it's been a pretty rough sort of a season for you. This is not bad. 2 thirds and 2 nights, not too bad.
Yeah, showing some consistency. Hopefully we can carry it on to the end of the year and do something at Easter at Cromwell or head up north and try North Islands or something. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's looking pretty good for you, though. Okay, Jamie, good sponsor look after you. Who are they again, sorry?
Yeah, Megan Turbo Warehouse, Straight Shipping, Whole Diamond Tools and Concat.
Congratulations on 3rd spot.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Okay, folks, here we are with the 2nd place getter on the feature with the Gold Cup. Of course, it is the 71 car from Auckland. It is Jamie McDonald. Now, Jamie, mate, I tell you, you've had a bit of a rough run down here. Bit sore, but still, 2nd place, nothing to sniff at, considering Larson was just a wee bit of nudge ahead of you.
Yeah, well, we're starting off grid 12 tonight, so that was always going to be tough. So proud of the effort we put in and to get up to 2nd, and we sort of had a couple of cracks, but the injury I got on Wednesday night, I just lost feeling in my arm halfway through every race, and it was twice as bad in the feature, so we sort of just battled away, and honestly really chuffed with the 2nd place.
Absolutely, it's an outstanding drive. I mean, like you said, starting off 12th, very tricky track as well. Car looked like it handled it okay.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Like, there was only 2 cars wide and smooth, and it had a horrific cushion, and then it was a goat track up top. So, we just tightened it up to run the bottom, and that was our plan, and it seemed to work. But Larson just had too much clear air in front of him, and I used up a lot of car just getting up to 2nd from 12th. So we were pretty spent by the time we get there.
I mean, it's absolutely outstanding result, mate. Congratulations on 2nd spot. Sponsor look after you. Who are they, Jamie?
Yeah, Hitachi, J.A. Russell, Dynamics, KBL Earth Movers. And big thank you to the Racecourse Hotel. We had a great stay there. It's got everything you want, and big thank you to them for sponsoring the event.
Outstanding. Congratulations on 2nd place, Jamie.
Thanks, Jason.
Okay, folks, here we go with the feature winner here of the Gold Cup for the 2016 season. He's done it before. This is your 2nd time you've taken this out. Jamie Larson, fantastic drive to get across the line in 1st spot.
Yeah, I was definitely happy with the car tonight, right sort of from the start in the heat, so just had to keep a clean front and try and get as many cars as you can, and you really got to try and start in that top 6. Jamie McDonald came in 2nd. I mean, he had a fantastic drive from grid 12, but yeah, started off the outside row there, and the track didn't really change too much during the night, and we pretty much had the setup bang on most of the time, so big thanks to Daryl Clayton from Fast Times to get the setup on right again.
Okay, of course, salute to Goody wasn't a good one for you. Be good to know that you've come from a long way and going home with something that probably and obviously means a lot to you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, I love travelling down here to Ruapuna, and I mean, I'd like to get down here a bit more often. But yeah, it's just the way the season goes, and obviously the Gold Cup. You know, it's a pretty prestigious event to win, and there's 5 or 6 guys out there you can throw a blanket over on the night. You just got to have the right amount of luck, and get the right grid draws, and stay out of trouble. And I mean, anyone can walk away with it. So it's tough, but yeah, it's definitely good to win it again for the second time.
Now, I mean, let's be honest, it's been a very reasonable, good season for you. 1 NZ in the mini sprint, we must remind people about that. 3 NZ in the sprint car. This is just another one to add to the trophy cabinet. Yeah, it has. It's been an absolute blinder of a season, I don't know, hopefully the luck doesn't change, but yeah, we'll just keep on pushing on, and we're a bit unlucky at the New Zealand's not to get 2 NZ, but definitely happy with the number 1 and number 3. It's stacking up to be an outstanding season. Car looks outstanding. Obviously some good sponsors look after you. Jamie, who are they?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got Cadbury Cars, our main sponsor. It's mum and dad's run business, and they do a lot of funding for the car, and that's why we can get around so far. And Macbuild Engineering, Alistair there in Tawa, he's also owns our mini sprint and just does outstanding car preparation and engines. Fast Times, Daryl Clayton and Wendy, they just do so much for us. Couldn't run the car without them. He's just, it's just a big part of the team. Got Levin Powder Coating, Oil Pro, MTF Finance, and even to the crew that we've got. Got Mum, Dad, Sam, Jeff, Daryl, Wendy, Nick. It's a big team thing. So yeah, big thanks to the team, and obviously all the fans out there that support us, and that keeps you going too. Absolutely. So what now for Jamie Larson? You go home from here. What's next on the agenda for you? Yeah, we'll head home from here and probably have a week off. It's been a pretty busy period over the Christmas break, so yeah, get back into work, and yeah, probably look at bringing the mini sprint down here in a couple of weeks and run the Trans-Tasman Challenge. Hopefully there's going to be a few North Islanders that come down for that, so I think that'll be a pretty good event, and like I say, that'll get us down in the mighty Ruapuna again. Absolutely. Hey, well, that's fantastic effort, mate. Congratulations on your future win. We always look forward to seeing you down here in the south. Look forward to you coming back as well. Yeah, cheers, Jason. Pitts do a fantastic job.